Hello everyone, my name is Daniela and welcome to Planet Zoo Franchise Mode. Here we are going to be starting our brand new series where we're going to be focusing on creating a franchise in Planet Zoo. So let's get started. First we need to figure out what we want to call our overall franchise, and I already have a good name figured out. DV Animals and Co. DV is my initials, and because we're going to be a zoo franchise, we need to have some animals in there, and the company is going to be the employees, the guests, and you, the viewers of this series. So let's get started. So there we go. We're going to claim our rewards. And right now I'm just planning on editing my badge and banner because I really like the red panda. And I think I like, I think I like the ferns here. I love ferns. Okay, so we have everything set up. Now it's time to decide on where we want to have our zoo. So I already had an idea, and I am from the Vancouver area, so I thought it would be a good idea to have our first zoo right where I'm from. So we're gonna click this area here. Perfect. And now we have to name our zoo. So we are gonna name it the Takoda Zoo. So Takoda is an indigenous word that means friend to all or friend to everyone. And I thought that was a good name because we want our zoo to be open to everybody. Everybody is welcome in our zoo. And that's why I also want to create a focus on that not only is our zoo enjoyable for everyone, it is also going to be accessible to everyone. So my plan is to make sure that instead of stairs, we have ramps so that everybody, no matter who you are, you're able to come and enjoy the zoo. All right, so let's create our zoo and let's get started. So here we are. I'm just going to take a quick pause because we don't want time to run out. So this is the area that we're going to be working with. I am super excited. So the only challenge that we have right now is to have at least 300 guests in the zoo. I think we can manage that. So here's our entrance. This is what we get to work with. So I kind of have a plan already that I want to do for this zoo. I'm imagining that the first area that we're going to build is going to be called the True North Trail because we're in the True North. And the animals that are going to be involved in the True North Trail are going to be the animals that are found in Canada and the Northern Hemisphere. So the first thing that I think we need to do is we need to make sure that we have our staff facilities. So I am just going to put all of the staff facilities right over here, just for now. There we go. Quarantine, make sure that we have no sick animals. So right now I don't think we're going to need a vet surgery, just because it's $4,000, and I think it's an expense we don't necessarily need right away. I've been playing Planet Zoo for a little while now. I started with my cousin, and then I got the game myself, and that's when I absolutely fell in love with it, because I am an animal lover. I love all types of animals, which is probably why I fell in love with this game. So while I've been playing and practicing, I've noticed that And early on, the vet surgery building isn't really necessary because you don't really have a ton of animals and they don't have a lot of injuries, especially if you put them in quarantine first. And then also, if you take care of them and make sure that you keep track of the alpha males, if that's what the animal has, then there won't be any fighting. So that's why you won't need a vet surgery. So we're just going to wait on that. So for right now, we're just going to start with a path. I really like the lodge wood. I think it really fits our taiga feel and our Pacific Northwest type of look, I'd say. So there we go. We're just going to start with that. Have our path. And now let's just look at the animal trading. So like I said, we are going to be having the True North Trail. So let's filter out the animals that I think would belong here. So American bison, Arctic wolf for sure, Dall sheep, grizzly bear. I'm really hoping that we can get the grizzly bears because they're a pretty high appeal rating. And that way, if we have an animal that's pretty high appeal, then hopefully we get a lot of guests right away. So here we go. So we have our animals. We're just gonna keep them here for now. Take a look. So it kind of seems like the Arctic wolf is all cash, which is probably something we need just because we don't have that many conservation credits. And for those of you who haven't played Planet Zoo, I will just quickly explain the conservation credits. So conservation credits are a type of currency for Planet Zoo. You get the conservation credits when you log into the game, releasing animals into the wild, selling animals, greeting people that come into your zoo, completing the challenges, and having well-educated guests. So conservation credits are key because if we reset all these filters and we look at animals with a high appeal, they all have fairly high conservation credits. Also, for anybody who plays Planet Zoo, do you have that issue where, see, this guy's 10,000 conservation credits. Anyway, when you try to press next, it doesn't go on the first click. Like sometimes I have to click it multiple times like that. Comment below if you have this problem as well. Alright, so we're just going to reset all our filters. Let me quickly get back to the animals that we want to look at. Reindeer. Oh, polar bear. I forgot about those. Those would be a pretty good animal to start off the zoo with. Grizzly bear. A Dall sheep. Arctic wolf. American bison. Oh, I also forgot the pronghorn antelope is part of the North American animals. Alright, so we have our animals in the trade center, so we're just going to leave that for now. So we need to start off by creating our staff area, but I think I want to start by making a little plaza. So this would be our area where we may have some sort of info center, which I think is really important. We can get some drinks, some food, whatever is needed for us. So let's align to grid. I think eventually too, once we start making a little bit more money, I will definitely make this a little bit prettier by maybe adding some type of building. Alright, so let's delete that because I really think that we need some sort of focal point. And I do this for all of the zoos that I had played with, because when you think about entering a zoo or just any type of building, there's always this focal point. So I think that this giant cedar tree is a perfect focal point. There we go. Look at that. It's huge, sets the tone for our zoo that we're very, very northwest. And I like that. Okay. So we have our focal point. Let me just check the challenges, because I know that sometimes in the challenges they say that they want a certain profit from a store, so like a drink store or a food store or a merchandise. So I want to wait and see if we're going to get one to see what I should place down in our little opening plaza. Okay. With our opening plaza, we should probably work on the staff area, but I want to see the type of animals, because to work on our first exhibit and figure out the next part of the True North Trail, we need to see, ooh, M16. Well, we're going to have to change that name. Let's check out the Zoopedia of the Arctic wolf. They're least concern, so, and they're really up there. Really part of the True North Trail. So you know what? The Arctic wolf might be a good start. They have decent appeal, which is nice. Only two females. Sorry about the scrolling. She's okay. Low fertility. Low fertility. We'd have a good male, but we just want to make sure that we'd find a good female. Doll sheep. Okay, let's check out the grizzly bears. Tristan. He's pretty good, and he's cash. That might be a good option. I gotta find a female, though. Ooh, she's not very good. Winter. Good immunity, not good fertility. Santi. Not the best. See, that's what I mean with the conservation credits. But look, she's worth 1,000 conservation credits, but she's not entirely perfect. Neither is she, and she's worth even more. So I think we definitely need to get an animal going so we can start getting some conservation credits. Start working our way up. Pronghorn. Let's keep looking. Reindeer. They're okay. Not bad. Only females here. And then the good males are worth a lot in the conservation credits. Come on. There you go. Alright. Timberwolves. They're pretty good. Tristan. Another Tristan. Oh, not that many. You know what? I think we are going to try to go for the Arctic wolf. Come on. I think M16. What about M14? What's your difference? Oh! We're definitely getting this one for 71 conservation credits. Nice. Got him. So now, let's just check their Zoopedia again so we can figure out how we want their habitat to work. Right here, species data. The group size can be 2 to 8. And only the alpha male and alpha female will mate. And they can be sexually active until their death, which is about 15 years old. Okay, so I think our plan will be to get one male and one female. And then when they have babies, the babies can join the pack. And hopefully we can bring in some other ones and then just keep having the breeding continue. So they need a good amount of land, no water, no climbing. They need it to be a little on the cool side. They need a grade 2 fence. Okay, so before we do anything, I want to try to make a sign. So let's look at our construction. This is one thing that I love about the game, is that you can be so creative with whatever you want. And I just love that. Log, because we're going for a northwest feel. So I think if we have a sign that says the True North Trail, and then maybe, so this is what I'm thinking, because for this zoo, I have a big plan for the whole series that we are going to have an Asian section, an African section, and then the True North Trail, the North American section. And I'd probably add the South American section as well. That can expand out of the True North Trail. So I don't really know how I want to do this. Should I put them over, because this is the plaza, right? So this is just going to be our food. Maybe we'd have our restrooms, gift shop. So I think what we need to do is we need to expand out a little bit more. So let's put on the 90 so we're all straight. There we go. Okay. So now I think from here we could make another little area. I'm going to make it small. There we go. Maybe we can add, not terrain, paths, delete. We can add another one. Maybe it can be a little smaller, on the small side. Spruce, a little too small. Douglas fir. Festive would be good, but this game moves so fast that it doesn't really make sense. Oh, that's so tiny. That's so cute. It doesn't really make sense to have a giant festive spruce tree because December and Christmas only lasts about a second in this game. Okay, what about the yellow cedar? It's okay. I mean, we have the other giant cedar tree, which is a little bit on the skinnier side. So maybe we just want to do that. Yeah, that might be a good idea. There we go, just another one. Ooh, that is not centered at all. Let's make sure. I think that's fine. Nature isn't perfect, folks. And I have to keep that in mind when building this zoo, especially the nature portion. Okay, let's figure out where we want things to go. So we could have it expand this way, or have it be this way. I think because we have our staff area over here, we should start the True North Trail and bring it this way. And we'll start by expanding our zoo more towards this side. I think that's a good plan. Okay, let's start. So here we go. And boom. Start with that. Okay. So now here comes the next part. Do we want to make a little True North Plaza? Or do we just full on start with our first exhibit? We do have to make sure that we keep in mind our financials because we don't want to run out of money. You know what I think would be cool? As soon as you come into the True North Trail, you are hit with an animal. So I think the plan that we're going to do is we are just going to go straight into an exhibit. So let's start. So we're going to come this way, this way, this way. And we'll curve it slightly. The Arctic wolf needs a lot of space. We have to remember that. We'll come this way. And then I think we can add it and come up like this. Little height. I'll have it come here, over here, come this way, over here, make it come back this way, And then bring it down. There we go. As I'm building this path, I actually just came out with a fairly good idea. So right now we're just going to pause that, and I need to move all of these staff buildings over here. Because the staff areas are actually fairly important, because you want to make sure that each of your, like the keepers and the mechanics, you want it to be fairly central. So because we're going to be expanding out this way, I'm thinking having the staff area over here, because then we're going to have more animals this way and back here. So that way it's more central, so that the staff room, all of our staff are able to get to the places they need to go. Okay, let's exit out of that. Let's go back to our paths here. So there we go. We'll keep it going this way. Maybe we'll go, no, that's okay. We'll come here. We'll start curving. This way. There. I think that's pretty big. I think that's good. I hope. So oh, we have another challenge, so let's see what it is. Yeah, see, earn a yearly drink profit. So I think what we'll do then is we will have some type of drink area maybe over here. So we'll do that in, well, we can do it now. We'll do it later. Let's focus on the habitat first. I completely forgot. Do we have a female Arctic wolf? We do not. Okay, let's try to focus on getting that female. There's only one, so let's put on the filter of females only, because we have our good male. So I think we're gonna wait for a better one. So for right now, we're gonna build our habitat. Okay, so let's figure out what we want to do here. Because I know we need to have our habitat gate. But we kind of want to make sure that it's away from people. I don't know, how should we do this? You know what? I think I got it. We're gonna delete this portion for now. Alright, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to bring this up just one more. Now let's just figure out, is it able to do that? Does it have to be one higher? Oh, maybe not. Just have to make sure that it's... Okay, there we go. Let's just place that down. And let's have it be this way, and then we'll go down. Perfect. Okay, I like that. So that way we can have a underground type of, oh, maybe not. Did we have to make it one up higher? What if we play with the terrain a little bit here? Okay. Let's just work with that. Got our path. Obstructed. Maybe if we just move it slightly. Can I move you? To be not there. I don't want that. Nope. No stairs. We don't want any stairs. Right there. Okay. And delete that. Get our path. We have it come here. Yeah, you know what? I think we need to make it a little bit higher. So we're just gonna figure that out again. Undo, 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 undo. Okay. We're gonna delete this one. We may need to start it a little bit earlier. Oh, gotta go back to 7. Here. Okay. We're gonna go up. Up. We're gonna come down maybe here. And then come back up. And then start this way. There we go. So like I said before, we're going to make sure that we keep having ramps so that everybody is able to come up to this area. But we also want to make sure that it's not too steep. That's why I flattened it out here instead of going 1, 2, 3 up straight away. Okay, so we can have our barrier gate. Yeah, this is much better, I think. We can put it right. Let's put it right here. Okay, so now we can get our staff path going, and then we can create our staff area. So here we go. We want to make sure that it's somewhat farther away just because of the negative impact that the staff area and, for example, I'm blanking on the name, the power and the water treatment, they give off negative impact. So we want to make sure that we stay somewhat farther away from those areas. So we'll just keep that there for now. Let's check our trade center again. Oh, here we go. She's okay. 0 immunity though. I don't really like that. We want to make sure that they're fairly immune. Okay, we'll wait. We'll keep waiting. We're gonna wait till the perfect one shows up. So let's see. We have our trade center. Let's move this. We want to make sure that this one is definitely central. So let's move this one. Be right there. Awesome. And then where is our keeper hut? Keeper hut. Split from group. Move. So we're going to make sure that this one is going to be very close to the habitat, because the keeper is the one that feeds the animals. They're the ones that... Is that it? Is that... No, they take care of the entire habitat. So they clean everything, they feed them, that type of stuff. So we want to make sure that for our timber wolves, the keeper has fast and easy access. And then we have our workshop. So this will be for our mechanic. Let's put them right here. There we go. Awesome. And then research. We're going to need to get our research. Oh, what happened there? Exit out of that. Not workshop. This one. Let's put it right beside the workshop. There we go. Awesome. Let's make sure quarantine, I think, needs to be fairly, not far, but not close by any means, if that makes sense. Is that too close to the path? I hope not. Well, we could make it come, I think, yeah, let's go with that. All right, and then finally we have our staff. I think the staff room should be right, whoopsie. Right there. Perfect. So let's check negative impact. Yeah. So we have pretty good. Awesome. Before I forget, make sure we have power. So we're going to need another power facility. Transformer. Because we want to make sure that all of our guests are very educated, and that requires power for education. Okay, so I think that will take up the entire area. So let's put this one. What about if I did it over here? No, it's gonna have to come over here. Right there. Awesome. Perfect. Got enough power covering everything except this little spot, but we can figure that out. And it's close by so that the mechanic can be, boom, right there to fix it. So let me think. I kind of would like to have a view-in of the den of for our wolves. So I think what would be super cool is if we have it over here, so that when you come and walk down or just walk through, you're able to take a sneak peek of the animals when they're sleeping. So let's start working on the train. We'll make it come up here. Actually, folks, I know that this can be rather time consuming, and for the sake of not having an hour-and-a-half long video, I'm going to pause here and I will come back when all of the train is finished. So I will see you all super soon. Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, I had a lot of fun playing around with the train, but it took me a while, so just to make sure that everything was perfect. So that's why I didn't want to drag you along with all of that as well. So let me just show you what I did. We added a river and a little pond. So this is where the wolves will be able to swim and have their drinking water. I am somebody who loves to play with terrain. I think it's a great use, because I also think it's realistic. Because when you go to places like, especially in the Pacific Northwest, you're not gonna find an area that is completely flat like this. And I am planning on doing a lot of fun stuff with terrain, just to make sure that, you know, there's mountains, there's things that we have. So what we're going to be doing is, let me just make sure that we have our paint, because I'm not a big fan of how the long grass overlaps the path. I just don't think it's very nice. Let's make sure that's all taken care of. So yeah, so I think that this space is going to be utilized a lot, because we're in the Taiga and we are going to be experiencing a lot of rain, and guests find comfort in shelter so they don't get wet. So I'm hoping that this area is going to bring in a lot of guests so that they will be able to see the wolves while they're sleeping. Oh, I always do that. I always accidentally pick the wrong tool. Okay, there we go. Now everything's flat. Yeah, I think this is gonna look really good. I might adjust this for now. Let's make sure that the ceiling is high enough for our wolves. Okay, that's what I did. I created a little cave. And of course, I didn't want to make it perfectly flat. We added a little bumps, added little holes, just because, like I said before, nature isn't perfect. So this zoo will not be perfect either. It'll be perfect in our own way, but not in nature's way. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, let's take a look back at our trading center. Kalik, she's new. Little higher immunity, not bad. Oh, here we go. Found our winner. Adopt. Awesome. So when we go into our animal storage, we have M14 that we will definitely be changing the name. And add a quick lick. Perfect. We have our two, our alpha and our alpha male, alpha female. Oh, while I was building all this, I also put in a water treatment because I'm planning on having the wolves drink from this. So we have to make sure that it's clean water, and when it's clean, that way it will reduce the risk of disease. For all of you newcomers to Planet Zoo, when you have a water treatment plant, you don't need to make sure that the entire water is covered. As long as you have just a portion of your water, as long as it's all connected, if you just have a tiny portion of the water in with the water treatment circle, then it's completely fine. So I think it's pretty perfect. Okay, so let's make sure that we add our barrier. We are going to put our wood, because again, they only need a grade 2, and this is a grade 3, which makes it pretty perfect, I'd say. I'm going to add this. Here we go. Let's shorten that up. Make it come this way. Maybe make this one a little bit longer. Okay, now let's creep in so we can follow I'm just going to make it just a little bit into here for now. Actually, let's just keep it going. And then we have this. Okay. Let's put this one here. And then we're going to make a super long one, which will be the majority of our glass. Because how long is this? Maybe we can shorten it up a little bit and get a couple of different glass sites. So let's make it 12. 1, 2, and this one be 2 right there. And then we're going to add our null. We'll put a rock there. We're going to have it here. Add this one here. And then it can come down this way, this way. We'll make this a little bit bigger. Add it. Make it sure it's blue. There we go. Oh, what's happening here? Blue. And then right there. I don't think that they can come up from this point, but we'll add that there. All right. And now we can go back to our, actually let's edit this back in here. We'll delete that, delete. There we go. Add our null again. And here we are. Now we can go back. This is where I tend to, because you never know exactly how far you need. Let's bring it back. Sorry about this, folks. This is just what this whole series is gonna be. We're all gonna be learning from each other about what works, what doesn't work. And I think that's what's gonna make this fun. Here we go. Back on track. Add this there. Make it come this way. Here we go. Perfect. Is this null? Let's make that wood. There we go. So let's see our terrain. Oh, plenty of space. They're gonna love it. Look at that. Okay, gotta make sure that we fix this part up. Wood, wood, wood. Awesome. I think that looks good. I think it's a good looking habitat. Here now we have to up our fencing here. Let's grab this one. I'm gonna make that there. Perfect. You up here and glass. This one also up and glass. And this one just up. Okay. Awesome. I like that. This one can come up a little bit higher. There we go. As well as this one can also come up. There. Does this one need to? Just a little bit. Awesome. I think that looks really good. I think it's going to look super cool too. Nice. And then let's just, oh, not that one. Add a rock here just to make sure that no animal can escape. And let's move this right into there. Awesome. No wolf can escape now. Whoa, that was unexpected. Okay, anyway, here we are. I think now the next thing that we need to do is we need to hire our staff. So we're going to need caretaker, keeper, mechanic, security, and vet. Awesome. Play it out. Eventually, I think maybe in the next episode, we are gonna decorate our staff area. We'll build the sign and add some of the more beauty stuff. I really just wanted to focus on our first exhibit and getting that animal right in there. Starting off strong. So let's get into our animal trading. Go into our animal storage. And let's move them into quarantine. The advantage of doing this is that when you buy off of the animal market, you don't really know exactly what condition they're in. You don't know if they come with a disease. Because let's go back. When a fun part of this game is that you can interact with different players, especially when it comes to the conservation credits. So as you can see, This aardvark, Mwamba, is from the ZZZZZ Zoo. And this one is from the Ecological Zoo. Which is why when you put the animals in quarantine, you don't know if any of these animals are being sold with a disease. So that's why you just put them in quarantine, and that way you know they're not going to be sick when they enter your zoo. For the next step, we are just going to add in a drink shop, because that is one of our challenges. So we're going to add a gulpy soda. And where should we put it? I think maybe right here. And then eventually we can put a big sign of Takoda Zoo right in the middle. So it'll just be a little shop that you can get to as soon as you come in. If you come in from a long trip and you're just, man, I am thirsty. As soon as you walk in, bam, gulpy soda. Okay, we're gonna press play. Let these animals head into quarantine. Now we're gonna wait for them to pass, and then we can bring them in, fix up their habitat, make it to their liking, and then we can call it a day. Quarantine full. Oh, no, I think they're okay. It's fine now. It's gone. What I want to say before we bring in the wolves and start, I want to tell everybody that I am super excited to be making these videos. I am planning on making 3 videos a week, posting them hopefully on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And my idea is that even if nobody watches, I am going to be posting these videos. So even if you're one person that is watching, I will post for you. And we can be on this wonderful journey together. But make sure that you like and subscribe, because maybe then we can have more people joining our fun little community. And I also want to say that because also the Takoda means friend to everyone, this channel and myself, I am also a friend to everybody. I do not judge whatsoever. I want to make sure that everybody who is coming to this channel and watching these videos, just know that you are supported and you are welcomed. And we are going to make sure that I am going to learn from you, you're going to learn from me, and we're going to build this zoo together. So feel free to leave comments and leave suggestions, because also when we have babies and bring in new animals, I definitely want to get name suggestions, as well as when we build new things, I want to get name suggestions. Let's keep it interesting. So, I mean, Animal Trade Center 1. That's not very fun. That's not a good name. So, yeah, just please leave some comments. Let me know what you think. So our quarantine is passed. Let's grab them and let's move them in. Here we go. The start of our adventure, of our Takoda Zoo. Let's wait right here for them. They're going to be coming. See how fast that was? That's the benefit of having the staff area so close. They ran to the quarantine, and then bam, they're already here. Here we go, folks. It's coming in. Our very first animal. Welcome, a Tikalak. And M14. We're going to pause this right away. M14, your name is changing. Let's just name him M. The first name that I think of is Manny. Leave a comment, see what we should name him, because I don't think Manny works very well. Okay, I am going to quickly make sure that their habitat is super nice, and then I will get back to everybody shortly. All right, see you soon. And again, we are back. As you can see, this is the finished product of the habitat for our Arctic wolves. Eventually, once I fix everything for the signs and make everything pretty, we might add another cooler just to make some snowy river banks. As we can see, if we look at them, their welfare is pretty good. We have 100% for their terrain, 100% for their hard shelter, the environment. They would be fine with nothing, but I wanted to make it pretty, so we added 10% of coverage, and they are 100% happy about it. We have our vet working on research to figure out their enrichment so we can make them even happier. Ooh, high amounts of litter. Eventually, I'll have to add some garbage cans just to make sure that everybody's all set. I think this is where I'm going to leave everybody. We're going to take a pause, and I'm going to fix a few things, make sure that the education is set, we have our donation boxes, and I'm going to make everything pretty for us. Before I send everybody off, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and hit that little bell so you don't miss a future episode. Everybody, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in a future episode. Keep smiling.